I am going to expose one of the biggest scams ever in the supplement industry. You're lying, you're scamming, you need to be shut down. And so if you're ready to watch Coach Greg get sued, but then win in the end, this is the video to be watching. We spent thousands of dollars testing products, making sure that they were meeting label claim, that they're not selling anything dangerous, so that you don't have to. This company on Amazon alone are selling 4,000 of these at $33.99 each and every month. It's well over $1 million a year. Peak X Revival Turkesterone. They're claiming that each pill, there's 60 capsules, that it contains 500 milligrams of Ajuga turkestanica per capsule. Remember, mine only has 200 per capsule. They're claiming 500 for only $33.99. So an amazing deal, right? I mean, this is amazing. What a great company trying to give you the deal. Probably just scraping by in the profit margin. Nothing. None. Go to the certificate of analysis, determination of turkesterone. Result absent. The band present in sample solution corresponds to the band present in the standard solution. Absolutely nothing inside. But what about hydroxyextazone or ectosterone? You know, maybe they had trace other elements. Perhaps they got the cyanosis plant. They accidentally did an oopsie like Mr. Mike, and maybe it was the first draft. They didn't mean to do it, and so they got a copycat plant from China and they didn't realize it, and so they unknowingly are selling it. Zero. Absent. None. Nada. Zilch. And so there's 500 milligrams of an unknown origin inside of this. And so when you swallow these pills, you have no idea what you're going to get. Amazon. How is it that I continue to apply to sell my Turk on Amazon and you make me run through hoops and you allow this with clear evidence of lying and them being pieces of shit scam artists, but you continue to allow your paying customers over 4,000 a month to get scammed by these scammers? Recently, there was a case report of a young individual who was taking turkesterone who had a serious liver injury. Not all that's herbal is healthy. A case of drug-induced liver injury with autoimmune features from turkesterone. Do you really think it was from turkesterone? If they had bought Turk Builder Max or Turk Platinum, do you really think he would have had this acute liver injury, or do you think he was purchasing a scam product pretending to be turkesterone? And so you buy all these bullshit products, you don't know what's inside of it, and what ends up happening is perhaps you damage your liver. And so when you go to Amazon and you purchase these said turkesterones, you are playing Russian roulette with your health. You don't know what you're getting. You would think you would, because you would think Amazon would do their due diligence, but they don't care. And so they continue to scam you for millions of dollars each and every year when there are no active ingredients reported for turkesterone or ectosteroids at all. Up next, Black Forest. I'm not talking about cake. Oh, I just got a flash. Do you want 25% off? No, I don't want 25% off because you're selling bullshit and it's a scam. You're just trying to scam people by saying you're selling them Ajuga turkestanica, making bold claims when you're not even selling that product, when there's none of it in there whatsoever. Amazing. It's only $29.95. I mean, this is $80 and $100. And so, wow, Coach Greg must be ripping us off. No, what they're doing is they're selling you bunk product. There is no Ajuga turkestanica. In each capsule, 500 milligrams of turkesterone from 526 milligrams of Ajuga. It's physically impossible. And so they're saying it's 95% pure. 95%. Our label claims to have minimum of 5% turkesterone. Minimum of 5. Depends. Sometimes it's 5, 6, 7, 8. They're saying 95%. And so you're telling me that for only $30, their product is approximately 20 times more potent than mine. 20 times better for $30. And you believe them. You fall for this shit and you buy it. They claim third-party lab tested. And so that means nothing. Companies can just say whatever they want. Hey, you know, Jesus used this. Whatever. I don't care. Hey, we sell 1 billion products per year. You know, everyone who buys this puts on 50 pounds of muscle the first day. You can say anything, But it's saying it and then it's actually being true. And so they can say it's third-party lab tested, but we third-party lab tested it, and these are the freaking results. Just like Peak X Revival, Black Forest, absent, as in there's no turkesterone and there's no ecdysteroids whatsoever. It's not a copycat plant. They didn't just make an oopsie like Mike did with the first draft. They lied on purpose. There's no ajuga in it whatsoever. There's no cyanosis. There's no ecdysteroids. There's no turkesterone. There's nothing. And they claim to have it at 95% with 500 milligrams. And so essentially they're saying that each pill has more turkesterone than I have in my entire box, but yet there's none in it whatsoever. And so if you swallowed the entire box of pills each and every day in comparison to just half of one of my pills, this half would be far superior. And so I could charge $1,000 a box, and this would be a way better deal than paying $30 for that. Next, are you ready to be shocked? Name dropping harder than last time. Bulk supplements. You thought you could trust them. You thought they were trustworthy. And so, yeah, they've got lots of supplements at cheap prices. Bulk, it sounds great. It's on discount, but come to find out, why do you think it's so cheap? I mean, is it possible that it's going to be absent of turkesterone and ecdysteroids yet again? Is there any possibility? Like, what are the betting odds right now? You're sitting at home, you're betting with Togi. What are the chances that there's no ajuga, there's no turkesterone, there's no ecdysteroids, there's no benefits whatsoever? What are the odds? 100%. There is none. Absent. Do you know how they get away with this? It's kind of like what Derek did, where he said, oh, I didn't claim there's turkesterone in it. Yeah, I don't want 10% off my first order. Off. They call it ajuga turkest. And so when you go to court with them and you say, you lied, there is no ajuga turkestanica. They say, well, yeah, of course not. We're selling ajuga turkest. Can you believe the nerve of these guys? Ajuga Turkestan. Ajuga Turkestanico. Let's spell it with 2 Ks. We'll confuse the consumer because we don't claim to have any Ajuga Turkestanica. We put Ajuga Turkest. And what are they going to say? Oh, well, we just didn't have any room on the label. You know, it's bulksupplements.com. And so we're just trying to give you a discount. Bullshit. 1,000 servings of nothing. Look, if you're going to lie, you got to stick with it. And so you look at the label and it says Ajuga Turkest extract. And so frankly, up to there, maybe in a court of law, they could get away with it. Be like, look, we just run a scam and it's a legal loophole. You put Turkest and we're not promising Ajuga Turkestanica, but then you put in brackets, I caught you, Ajuga Turkestanica whole herb. And so if you put the actual name, Ajuga Turkestanica, and you say that's what's in it, and it's not, and it's proven, you're lying, you're scamming, you need to be shut down. And so how many people do you think are fast forwarding through this video? They're not watching it, they don't care. Oh, it's Greg yapping. Oh, if they buy it, they deserve to get scammed because turkesterone is a scam anyway. I know some of you think this nonsense. How do you sleep at night? Well, I'm asking you. You're not saying, oh, we tried to source it and they sent us the package. It was cyanosis. It's got ecdysteroids, but it doesn't have the proper turkesterone. No, there's no excuses for this. You're ripping people off and selling it cheaper than last time. And people are thinking, why would I ever pay $80 for that? I get mine from bulk ass supplements. Do you get it now? Do you understand? Can you see how this is infuriating for people who put in all of the work to properly source the products from friggin' Uzbekistan? You've seen me traveling the world. Do you know how hard that was? And to have these companies put in whatever, sawdust, if you will, to scam you on purpose. They're not trying. It's not a mistake. They're going to say, oh, we didn't know better. Sorry. Oopsie. We didn't know it was the first draft. What am I supposed to say to this? And so my leading competition, of which I selected the people who are actually making a dent. Guys, these guys are making a dent in the supplement world, selling fake Ajuga Turkestanica. And why should I have to sit here and put up with it? when I put in all the work to ensure that you're getting exactly what you pay for. And what is my guarantee? A money back guarantee and a $50 gift card. If you're not over the moon satisfied, your money back and a $50 gift card. And so if they're willing to lie about selling fake Ajuga turkistanica, don't you think these companies are willing to lie about everything and anything else? They don't have morals. They don't care. They're making millions of dollars from selling you bunk. They're not trying. They're not selling you a product and making bold claims. They're literally saying this product is amazing. It's sourced from the best source. It's got the most active ingredients. It's at a higher percentage that is even physically possible. And it's significantly cheaper. Why buy it from Coach Greg when we sell the same thing cheaper and better? It's a lie. It's a scam. And so I'm here to shut them down. Now, I can't wait to see them try to sue me because I have chain of custody receipts and so on. And so I know you're watching this. I dare you to come at me because I have more money than last time. I have more money than you'll ever have. And so you can sue me in court and won't even make a fucking dent. Do you get it? And so come at me. I would love to see my day in court to prove to the world that I am selling legit Ajuga turkistanica and that you're full of freaking shit, you piece of shit, fucking asshole. Take that. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you like. Don't forget to watch one of those two bloops. And remember, we're trying to get more sponsored athletes. If you want to join a company that has integrity, that's not scamming you, join the HTLT company. We're going to the moon. And don't forget to use code UNEMPLOYED if you're unemployed for 20% off, or you can use code Greg for 15% off on all the supplements. And until next time, I am out.